want to talk about the new outlook. So you keep global growth, the forecast, at 6%, but emerging markets get a downgrade and advanced economies like the U.S. get an upgrade. Clearly, the vaccine gap is the defining characteristic. Talk about how stark that is right now and how that is shaping the whole economic outlook.
So, Sarah, indeed, that is the main message, which is that while global growth is recovering and we don't have a change in our numbers for the overall global economy, we have a sizable upgrade for the advanced economies and an offsetting downgrade for emerging and developing economies. And in terms of the vaccine gap, I mean, we have about 40% of populations being fully vaccinated in advanced economies. And in low-income countries, we are in the less than 1 or 2% numbers. So this is a very wide gap. The other source of the big divide is in terms of fiscal support. Now, while advanced economies continue to be providing accommodative fiscal policy, there is sufficient fiscal support in the pipeline for many developing countries and emerging markets. I mean, that's already been pretty much withdrawn this year, and we're not really seeing that much come in for this year and next. So these are some of the factors that are widening the gap.
So, Gita, based on the path that we're on right now and the slower rollout of vaccines and adoption of vaccines in the emerging world, what's your estimation as to when they get to the point where they can fully reopen their economies and they can get past COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, at this point, there will be some emerging markets. We're going to have countries like China, for instance, that's going to have plenty of coverage this year itself. I mean, their target is to get to at least 70% coverage by the end of this year, and current projections say that they will get there. But for the vast majority of countries, and especially in Africa, that is where we're seeing very small levels of vaccination, and it's going to take somewhere until the end of 2022 to get to any kind of decent levels of coverage. So that's a very long time period.
Hopefully we can speed it up. Wanted to talk about the U.S. I don't know if you just heard moments ago, the consumer confidence number came out. Very strong read, highest since February 2020, pre-pandemic. Is it your assumption, with your pretty rosy forecast in the U.S., that the Delta variant, which is now spreading here, we're at 4 times the number of cases we were a month ago, does not pose a significant threat to confidence and the economy in the U.S.?
I mean, our projection for the U.S. is 7% growth this year and 4.9% growth next year. So these are, very high growth readings for the U.S. And indeed, we've seen demand come back strongly, and we've seen strong confidence effects. And in line, I'm not surprised with the consumer sentiment numbers that have recently come out. Of course, the uncertainty remains that we're not out of this pandemic yet. We are seeing cases going up pretty sharply, even in the U.S. But because anybody who wants a vaccine can get access to a vaccine, the strategy still has to be to push more people, to get more people vaccinated. At 50% being fully vaccinated, that level of coverage is not enough to get anywhere close to herd immunity. Again, as long as we're not seeing a big spike in hospitalizations or in deaths, we think that it might have some negative effect on the economy, but there would not be like any kind of a reversal or a drastic slowing down. But that is an assumption so far.
You're also pretty optimistic about the proposals from the Biden administration, infrastructure and other spending plans. And I think that is why you revised your outlook for 2022 higher in the U.S. Just exactly what are you expecting in terms of the number of stimulus and when? Because it doesn't exactly look like this is taking off right now in Congress.
There is certainly a lot of uncertainty. And I think when we were initially making our assumptions about the forecast, I think there was some more certainty than there is right now. But at that time, the assumption was that there would be these packages, in some form or shape, in about the same scale as what's been originally proposed and with the composition that's been originally proposed. So, of course, right now we have the split up between the infrastructure bill and then the reconciliation bill, and we'll see where that goes. But again, if these packages are put out, then we have about a 0.3% upgrade. That's, to growth for the U.S. this year, which is what's in our forecast, and over 1% for next year. So this has a big kick to growth numbers. But again, given the uncertainty and given that the ultimate numbers could be smaller, there are some downside risks to our forecast.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.